Bless your hearts. Yes, glory, gloriousness. Bless your lovely hearts, my beloved beings in oneness flow. I mean, as it is, flow of absoluteness, absoluteness. I will just be very brief, okay, guys? Very brief. Just to talk about oneness, that's what oneness is, and what oneness is not. Okay? You see, I've heard folks, when I interact with them, say things like, I'm one with this, I'm one with that, I'm one with the universe, I'm one with trees, I'm one with animals, and all of that. Well, that's okay at a level, okay? That's okay at a level. But you see, oneness is not like being one with, okay? Oneness is not like things being together, in quote, okay? It's not like things being together. It's not about that. Oneness is not me being one with you, in quote, okay? It's not me being one with you. Oneness is me. Oneness is a state of being. It's a state of being. That's what oneness is. It is consciousness state, and that is who you are. That is oneness. Oneness is not an idea like, oh, we are one. Oh, we are one. No. It is an experiential, seamlessness state of being. It is you. It is who you are. It is beingness. Okay? It is beingness. And words, for now, in quotes, will fail me to explain it adequately. So that it is a civilization within you. Okay? A knowing flow or state within you. The language with which it is known within you is somewhat, for now, unspeakable. But it's as clear as clarity within. That's oneness. So, oneness, which is a state of being, is just a seamlessness flow. That state of undividedness, that state of absolute tranquility as a state of being. As a state of being. It is the way it is. It is not brought together to be one. It is not made one. It is just how it is. A state of consciousness flow. That is who you are. So I can say to you that you are a state of consciousness flow. You are a state of consciousness flow. You are consciousness flow. That is who you are. Okay? You are consciousness flow. So there is no any sense of attack, defense, reaction. There is no any sense of they don't like me, they hate me, they are working against me, something will harm me, a snake, whatsoever. There is nothing like that. It is just Seamlessness flow. It is seamlessness flow. And you see, one thing I want to say, very important. It is not faith. Oneness, who you are, or a knowing flow that you are, is not faith. It's not hope. You see, faith and hope are not the actual. You see, faith is conviction. Faith is relying upon, like to rely upon or to rely on. Faith is reliance on someone. So it's a sense of separation to a large extent, okay? Faith is still a sense of separation. Likewise, hope. Hope is that sense of expectation. Expectation. Something to come. Something that will happen. Something that will be. So you are waiting. That's hope. Then faith is a sense of conviction of that being you're hoping. Conviction. Relying upon. A sense of conviction. You see, faith comes by hearing. Yeah, I can see my beloved brother, Dr. Simon. I love you so much, man. You're such an encouragement to me. Love you so much, you and your family. I want you to know this from my heart. Thanks for being here. I can see Rachel. That's with the name here, Sushana. Such a sister. Such a sister. You know what you mean to me. You know it. You know it. You know it. Bless your heart. My beloved brother, Sean. Such a friend, such a brother indeed. Such a plus and encouragement. Bless your heart. Love you all, love you all, love you all. Okay. So you see, faith comes. Faith comes, okay? Faith comes by hearing. Faith comes because it is a sense of relying upon. Okay, so it comes from the being you rely on by hearing. It comes. Faith comes by hearing. Faith is triggered by hearing. You see, but oneness or consciousness state does not come. It is. And it is you. You don't come. You don't come. You are. Consciousness state is, okay, the letting go of that which is not, that which is an illusion. That is consciousness state. Consciousness state remains. That is what is. Letting go of the temporal. For instance, you hear in scriptures that looking unto Jesus, okay, looking unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of your faith. The author and the finisher of your faith. So faith finishes, it starts. Okay? But a knowing flow, which you are, never starts, never finishes. It never begins, it never ends. It has no beginning of days, nor ending. It is just as it is. And in that flow, very, very important, there is an evolving dimension of frequency in the knowing flow, in the timelessness flow, but it's not like that of time. Besides, time is an illusion, okay, in quote. Time, what is called time, only serves life. It does not affect the timelessness that you are. You know, usually in time, as it is known, things fade, right? Things age in time. Things you get older, you know, with time, because time is mortality driven, which is an illusion. So being under time is being relying on time as a factor with which you operate. So time becomes the government. Time has become the ruler. Time becomes the ruler, okay? Time becomes that dictates everything about your flow. But to be under timelessness is a state of being. Timelessness is not conscious of time. So it is not ruled by time. It is just a flow, harmoniousness, fearlessness. So what I'm sharing today is not what generates you. Because like I said, oneness is you. Or a knowing flow is you. Consciousness is you. Awareness is who you are. So, but it does not come by hearing. You don't come by hearing. You are. Okay? So the expression here is you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to you. The words that we speak, they are life and spirit. They are you. We don't talk to. We speak life. We express the I am. That is who we are. Okay? That is who we are. Okay? So when there are news around about whatsoever that is coming from a place of a belief system, of course, which I would say triggers fear or whatever. A knowing flow, which is you, or a oneness flow, does not see or hear that news. Because you are not by hearing, okay? You don't see that news based on how that news is presented or from the frequency with which that news is dispensed. You see as you are because your seeing is who you are. You are the seeing. You don't just see like separately. You are the seeing. So everything is seen as you. In other words, it is seen from that essence flow of who you are. When they talk about a murderer or a terrorist or so, you hear not by the sense of hearing, by the sense of knowing that this so-called terrorist or a murderer is not actually a murderer. Not by what you learned or you read in a book. Is a consciousness state. You don't see in that light. So, and there is no any fear trigger. There is no any worry trigger. There is no any restlessness trigger. There is no any anxiety trigger. That is why a consciousness state, which is you, does not fight anything. Does not fight because there is nothing to fight. The sense of fighting is fear. We don't fight time. No, because we don't know time. If time says, I exist, good, you only serve me. I don't fight you, I don't argue with you, because the civilization that I am of does not flow by anything. It flows from within of I am. So let everything be. It serves the life that we are. Okay? So this is just to say that when we say oneness, we're not talking about an idea that says, okay, we are one with this, I'm one with that. I'm one with this. No, that is not what we are saying. That is not what oneness is. Okay, oneness is a state of being. It is you. It is not being one with. There is nothing like being one with. Trying to look at how you are connected with something. No, it's not a connection with something. No. It is a state of being, harmoniousness, seamlessness. It's a civilization. It's a civilization within. Okay? That is basically who you are. You are that civilization, experientially. You are the civilization, seamlessly. Okay? I see my kids as I am. I see my damsel as I am. I see everything as I am. That is just how I can say it once we feel me. Gloriousness. You know, I was just going somewhere someday, and I was in a car with a man. Let me just round up here. And the man went like, "Oh, sir, we are suffering in this country. By the way, I'm in Nigeria, okay?" And I said, "How do you mean?" He said, "The politicians are just looting. They're stealing our monies. And we are suffering. They're just enjoying. We are suffering." I said, he said, "We?" He said, "Yes. I'm not in this country." I said, "Okay. I'm in this country in court to appeal to your, understanding. But I'm not actually in this country, so to speak. I am." And the man like shifted. I was like, "What are you saying, man?" I said, "I'm not suffering. I'm not trying to create an impression, man. I'm telling you that no one, be it a president, be it whatsoever, no one is working against me." And I said, "You call stealing, in quote, or looting enjoyment. That's to say that you are of the same thinking pattern." I told him that. I said, for you to see it as enjoyment, it means that if you're in that position, you will also steal, because you have defined stealing or looting as enjoyment. But that only comes from a place of fear. You only steal from a sense of fear, from a sense of lack, from a sense of not being sufficient, from a sense of inadequacy. That is what prompts stealing, and all is an illusion. So I said, I don't see them even stealing. They think they are stealing or taking from the resources that is. I said, the resources that is a state of being. Nobody takes from it. Nobody can steal the resources that is. I embody these resources. So nobody takes it. Nobody steals. Nobody has ever stolen. Oh my goodness. Nobody has ever stolen anything. And the man wasn't looking at me. Let me give you an example quickly. Do you know why Jesus never spoke about Judah stealing from the purse? Judas. He never mentioned it. He never said Judas is stealing. Judas is stealing from the purse. He never said Judas even taking money from the purse. He never said it. According to the accounts. Sometimes when people are like needing food and all, he would just like ask his disciples, is there money in the purse? Knowing, in quote, that someone takes from it. He knows that. But oneness or I amness or consciousness, it knows that there is no stealing from. You can't diminish source. You can't diminish oneness. There's no separation. There's no stealing. And there was never a worry from Jesus to say, oh, why is the money finishing in the purse? Who takes it? No. He said, just make them sit down. There is enough. Just make them sit down. Just like saying you want to empty the sea with your cup of tea or your bucket or whatever. And the sea does not react. Because That is an illusion. So I said, the politicians are not working against me by stealing or by any policy whatsoever. They are just expressing their belief system, which is a sense of suffering, a sense of inadequacy or ignorance. Thinking that they are stealing or looting is just the frequency of fear, which is hellish. You need to see them in that illusion. It's all mortality, it's all that which is under time. It is time oriented, it is mortality driven, and all is a lie. So as long as consciousness, oneness is concerned, no one has ever walked against me, no one has ever stolen from me, no one has ever cheated me. It doesn't exist. It's a knowing, okay? It's a state of being, and that is who you are. So I told the man, I said, guy, no one can make me to suffer. Like Jesus will say, no one takes my life from me. I lay down my life of my own free will. I have the power to take it up again. Because the life is not what I have. The life is who I am. So you can't take who I am from me. It's impossible because I am it. I don't have it for you to take it. So oneness is much more than what we think. It's not a thinking flow. It's just a seamlessness flow, okay? Everything is working for oneness. Everything works for oneness. Oneness does not see any form of negativity or evil. Oneness is the life that you are. Quickly, please. In case you worry about your past, in quote, let me tell you something. You are not futuristic and you don't have a past in that sense. You see, you don't try to want to go back to fix your past, as you call it. You don't have a past, actually. What is that in the consciousness or the I amness that you are, the seeing that you are, that seeing as life, everything is seamlessness fixed there. Not fixed per se, I'm just using that word, okay? Everything is there. Your past is, in that sense of being a past, only from a belief system, okay? But in the place of who you are, which is oneness, there's no past. Nothing defines you. Nothing defines you. Okay? What you call your past, you just see it as that which you are not. That is, as long as it does not serve you, oh, through that, I got to know what I'm not. But don't see it as a sense of loss or maybe with this sense of regrets. No. There's no regret in the I am. It's not like you're being frivolous or you're being careless or something. No. It's a knowing flow that actually that was an illusion. It was not a loss. It did not in any way affect who you are. So let me say this. When I look at the past in quote, which is not a past, when I just have a gaze at what people call the past, I just smile. I just be like, oh wow, that is not me. That is not who I am. No regrets, no guilt, no any sense of I lost anything. All things are yours is a state of being. All things are yours. All things are yours. Without terms and conditions. It is like that. All things are yours is a state of being. Gloriousness. Gloriousness. I want to stop here. Lovely ones, I love you so much, okay? Beyond words. And when I say I love you, I'm saying it in a oneness sense. I can see my sister Deborah. I can see my sister, the name just disappeared there. Bless your hearts, all of you, taking time to watch this. Know that you are the day, okay? You are not in a day, you are the day. The day is you, okay? Just flow. Just flow from within. Bless your heart. Love you so much. Yeah.